There was a time when Daniel had everything a man could ever dream of. He grew up in a wealthy family, the kind of family people whispered about when they drove past their mansion. His father owned businesses, his mother came from old money, and Daniel grew up believing life would always feel soft, safe, and guaranteed. But life doesn't work like that. When Daniel turned 21, he inherited part of his father's estate. He had money, cars, friends who only loved the lifestyle, and a future that looked effortless. But wealth without wisdom is a ticking bomb, and Daniel didn't know it yet. He invested recklessly, trusted the wrong people, partied more than he worked, and when the global market crashed, the businesses his father built over 40 years collapsed in less than 6 months. Within 1 year, Daniel went from a young prince to a man who couldn't even pay his rent. His friends disappeared, his accounts froze, his properties were repossessed one by one, and the people who used to greet him with smiles now avoided him, as if failure was contagious. If this already touches something in you, comment "inspired" to push this message to more people who need it. Daniel's lowest point came on a cold Tuesday morning. He had 12 Rand 50 cents in his pocket, enough for a single cheap meal at the local corner shop. He walked to the park because he didn't know where else to go. His life felt like shattered glass, too many broken pieces to put back together. He sat on a bench, staring at people walking by with purpose, wishing he still had a purpose of his own. His clothes were worn out, his stomach empty, and his spirit completely crushed. And for the first time in his life, Daniel felt invisible. Then, something happened. Something small, but powerful. Something that changed everything. An old man sat down next to him. Daniel didn't even look up. He was too lost in his thoughts. But the old man turned to him and said, "You look like a man who's carrying the weight of the world." Daniel didn't know what to say, so the man continued, "Your problem is not your situation. Your problem is that you still see yourself as the person you were, instead of the person you can become." Daniel finally looked at him, confused. The man smiled gently and added, "You think you lost everything, but you only lost what was built for you. Now, it's time to build what will be built by you." Those words cracked something open inside him. The old man stood up, placed a hand on Daniel's shoulder, and said one final thing. "The world hasn't given up on you. Don't you dare give up on yourself." Then he walked away. Daniel never saw him again. But that one conversation, that one moment, restarted his entire life. Daniel got up from that bench with a fire in his chest he hadn't felt in years. He didn't have money or connections or even a plan, but he had clarity. He picked up any small job he could find, worked long nights, studied harder than he ever had in his wealthy years. He learned discipline. He learned humility. And slowly, piece by piece, his life rebuilt itself, stronger this time. Today, he runs a business that employs over 300 people. He helps men and women who came from nothing, because he once had nothing too. If this story moved you, subscribe, like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, and comment "inspired" so more people can see it. And remember, sometimes the moment that breaks you is the same moment that shapes you.